This is Hunt Nebraska, the official podcast for insight into Nebraska's hunting and shooting sports community. Be sure to give us a follow on Facebook, our space for sharing stories, information, tips, and techniques. Now, Hunt Nebraska.
And a big welcome back to all you folks out there in podcast land, whether you're watching us on YouTube or just giving us a listen on one of the audio platforms. We appreciate you coming into the Hunt Nebraska cabin once more. We've got a full cabin once again. We've got Julia Plugi from She Goes Outdoors. We got Rachel, our hunting and shooting sports coordinator, shooting range.
Hunting? No, that's him.
I'm a hunting guy.
We got a position open. Shooting sports, shooting range coordinator, Rachel Carlson right here, the hunter education coordinator for the entire state of Nebraska, Kyle Gasson, and me, Hershey. And we've got some ground to cover. We're going to play a game that we haven't played in a while. And Julia, you were part of the first one, but we'll get into that in here in just a bit. Rachel and Julia, you guys just got back from a pretty big weekend.
We did. Good times.
We're mostly recovered.
What were you doing?
We were at Fort Robinson State Park for the 33rd annual Becoming an Outdoor Woman event.
33rd?
33 of them.
How many have been done out at Fort Rob? Do you remember off the top of your head? Was this the third or fourth one?
Oh, at least the fourth, maybe the fifth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we've had 3 in a row and then, 5, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty darn impressive. And that whole weekend is about building confidence and making connections and getting folks that have never tried some outdoor activities, perhaps a chance to do just that. Now, what sessions were you involved with, Rachel?
I was involved with 4 of the sessions. I taught Intro to Firearms on Friday, Intro to Rifle on Saturday morning, handguns in the afternoon, and then we did some gun cleaning on Sunday.
That's one of my favorites right there. Because, folks, we used to get the guns all dirty during the early years of this, and then we'd come home and have to clean them, and we realized, man, there's a whole bunch fewer of us all of a sudden. And some folks found out that, I got meetings to go to. So it's always good that we do the cleaning. Because a lot of the participants, right, they're kind of, it's one of their more interesting ones after they've fired them to see how they work and how they come apart and how to take care of them.
Well, if you're going to own a firearm, it's nice to know how to do it from all the way when you buy it to when you're using it and needing to clean it later. If you have it and you can't clean it, well, then what good is it later?
Yeah, well, and not much. Maybe a good, heavy, long paperweight, depending on the size of the firearm. But I remember teaching that one time, and we had a Remington 1187 that was just kind of giving us fits. I was able to take it apart, and it came apart pretty, it wasn't easy, I'll put it that way, because of all the dirt and grime and some of the wear and tear on it. And so after we got it all clean, I tried in front of the group to put it back together, Julie, and it did not want to go. And one of the gals just like, whew, I'm glad to see you struggle. So now at least I feel like I don't have to be perfect when I do it myself. I'm just like, there we go.
It's exactly part of the lesson plan. I mean, I included that as part of my lesson as well, but it was on the taking it apart side of things, not on the putting it back together.
Yeah.
Me too.
And luckily these days, we have the ability to use Google on our phone.
A lot of YouTube videos being watched whenever I go to cleaning guns.
Yeah.
It can be very helpful. Now, Julia, I know you helped coordinate quite a bit of this from getting folks signed up and all that. But you also taught a little bit.
I did. I was assisting Rachel. I'm like, your name was not coming in my brain.
We're going to need name tags here for
Thank you.
It was a long weekend. We're pretty tired.
We're still catching up on sleep. And we went to bed like at 9:30.
She looks familiar, but...
Yeah. I assisted Rachel with the firearm care and handling, and that went over really well. It's just interesting how many women come to this, and that is the first time they've ever touched a firearm. And so there's always that hesitation at first, but I feel like by the end of it, they've become a lot more comfortable. Then we see them on the ranges later on Saturday, and I had the opportunity to spend both sessions on shotguns. So that was a lot of fun, and then kind of helped Rachel clean up, but I also was kind of packing up the trailers too while we're doing it. Yeah.
There you go.
When
So
I
I was
had
like-
that one part that was stuck, I came over so that you could watch me struggle with.
Yeah, it's okay. And I didn't judge. And it was probably that shotgun that I shot the most on Saturday.
Well, did
It's
I
pretty
also
gunky.
hear that there was an arrow stuck in a 3D target for almost the ride home? I just remember getting a text message about it on
Yeah.
Saturday that
No, I think it got pulled out.
It was pulled out before we cleaned up, but I think it was well stuck in there.
it was well stuck.
I heard there's a few different people who were trying to, who could be the first one to pull it out, kind of like
Muscle it
a.
out.
And I think Kayla ended up being
yeah.
the
Kinda
King
like,
Arthur of the whole
yeah.
situation.
Who was that? What was the
Pulling the sword out of the stone
I
for
just
King
said
Arthur.
King Arthur.
Yeah,
King
I said
Arthur.
I was trying to go with that analogy, and I lost it too. Don't go back and listen to the audio. You saw me just trail off there.
there you go. So what have you been doing, Kyle? They're kind of showing us up right now.
Well, my big thing is this is my busy season. Hunter education classes are going on. I took a glance at the calendar again. It looks like we have 3 or 4 classes going on every day right now across the
Nice.
state. So we have classes going on everywhere, hopefully trying to meet the demand of everybody getting ready for these upcoming hunting seasons.
Folks,
And-
when we have meetings, we have to make sure we've got Kyle's door closed and far enough off from his office so we can't hear his phone continually ring. Now, good news is we got a few people helping out with that. But
Yes.
you get a lot of those. Help me find my certificate. When do you have a class? All that. Do I need a class? Do you get that one still?
Yes. I just got another one just yesterday of do I need a class? That one's a little more tricky. Disabled veteran. Does he need to have a class? And
Okay.
still do.
Yeah.
Still got to have the course, but got him squared away which class would work best for him. And
There you go.
Got
It's never
that
been more
next.
convenient to get them all done. 16 and above, we can do it all online.
correct, 16 above, get it all online. It's required for anybody ages 12 to 29 to have Hunter Ed. And then if you're under 16, you can do it still online, but then you have to attend a 2-hour hunt safe session in person with one of our instructors. Or we also have a bunch of our traditional classrooms, is what we call it, where you have the 8 to 12 hours in the classroom, depending on which certificate you're getting to get certified. That's usually over 3 or 4 days. So lots of different ones going on. But yeah, answering questions from instructors, students, errors in the system that happens from time to time. No system's perfect, but it's been a fun last couple months trying to get that all
It's only
going.
gonna ramp up as we get towards the end of October and feels more like fall. I mean, right now the mornings kind of do,
Yeah.
but and it cools down a little bit in the evening. But man, these afternoons,
Yeah.
Brutal.
it has been.
Brutal and dirty.
So I'll
Just
try to
'cause
help
we're
you
so
out here a little
dry.
bit, Kyle. If you're out there and you're listening to this and you need your hunter education before you go fall firearm deer season, look into that now.
Yes,
Please do.
yep.
For next year. No.
And
Just
even
kidding,
if you're
just
doing it completely online, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to be something you're going to want to be doing the Friday night before,
Nope.
Especially in case all of a sudden everybody else is doing it and there's issues with the system. Goes
You need
down.
to find your card.
You
Do
need
that
to go.
now.
Yep.
So,
Good point. So
start
get
planning out.
that done.
Because we are only a little over a month away from that firearm deer season. So classes, I see a lot of classes are filling up pretty fast too. So make sure planning goes a long ways in getting this certificate handled.
Amen. You can find out more on our website, outdoornebraska.gov, or the direct line to the landing page for hunter education is.
HuntSafeNebraska.org.
There you go. All right. Well, we're going to have a little fun today. We are in the hunting season. It's only going to ramp up a little bit more, but I thought we need to do something fun, something kind of exciting, something we haven't done for almost a year, Julia, maybe a little bit, a month or two on either side. I don't recall. But you were the only one in here for this, if you remember.
I do.
Playing our hunting would you rather questions, just to get to know, because we've got some new folks here. Kyle and Rachel, you guys have become more regulars on the Hunt Nebraska podcast here, and I appreciate that. Might be some more faces you see in and out as we get into deer season and pheasant and waterfowl. We got some cool things going on, so we're going to get some biologists in there. Last time we put together our podcast, we had Jay Agawa.
That's right.
Right. So we made sure, Jay, if you're watching, right here, we still got our sign. We're going to hang it up sooner or later because we are brought to you by the sportsmen and women that are buying permits and
Nice.
shotgun arrows, all that type of stuff. Doing a little shooting. The Sports Wildlife Restoration Fund is where we're kind of funded. Also, this one's left our table for a while. We've got the current guides and atlas there, but this one needs to go right up back. And we also brought powered today by some donut holes. But right there, we need to hang this up and be proud of it. Kyle, would you read that for us right there?
Right after I take a bite of a donut here. Thanks a lot.
Just smack it into the
Excuse
mic.
me. Here we go. All right. Outstanding achievement in field of excellence.
Yeah.
Second place. Podcast division.
Podcast division.
Podcast division. Yeah, just podcast division. We got an award.
Well, yeah, we got second place. So we're working. That still stays with us, even though we've had a little bit of turnover here at the Hunt Nebraska cabin. But yeah, that's right there, second place.
I like it.
Julia, she goes outdoor. Maybe they got first.
No, we didn't.
All right.
We didn't. Got the boot.
Well, you can go. We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
Yeah, we got
Yep.
we got to record
Tell
first.
Tana and Rachel to up their game a little bit more. So what we're going to do is play a little bit of Would You Rather, and we have a little fun with this. Have you guys ever played Would You Rather, the actual game? We're kind of ripping off the idea a little bit, but we're making absolutely no money on it. So it's more for educational than anything else. Yeah, they're kind of
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
where you'd have questions
middle
like
school.
you got to choose between the two, folks. If you haven't ever played it, you got two options given to you. Neither one's usually good. Sometimes they're both really good, and you've got to make a tough decision on what you would go with and justify it just a little bit. So here's some examples. I just pulled these off the old interweb here. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel, for example? That one's easy.
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Yeah. Captain Marvel is someone I don't know real well, but Wonder Woman has the invisible jet,
Oh.
which just always makes you wonder how she knows where she parked it.
She's got the
Air
invisible
tags.
keys in her pocket.
Air tags.
GPS on your phone. We got it.
Would you rather have telekinesis, the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy?
Telepathy?
Telepathy? Mm-hmm. Telepathy, the ability to read minds. We'll go with that. Which would you rather do, Julia?
Telekinesis, I think.
Oh boy.
I'd
I can't
rather.
even say those words.
I like to read minds. So there we go. Go it that way. What the ability is.
You'd rather
I don't know
read
that I
minds.
want to be able to read a
know
mind.
people.
I think it depends on whether you have the option of turning that off.
Oh,
or
Yeah,
not.
yes.
if you
I
can
assume you do going with that. So, but if you don't, then that'll be a switch around
Here's
real
a bad
quick.
one, and we're going to end it on here before we get into our questions, which are hunting and shooting related. Would you rather vomit on your hero or have your hero vomit on you?
God.
I'd
So
rather.
both bad, not ideal situations. But would you rather be the person doing the vomiting or the person catching the vomit?
I think I want to be the vomiter.
I agree, 100% agree.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Because I think I'm the opposite. Because I think going down the line, you could hold that against them a little bit more because then
Yeah.
you wouldn't be in the embarrassed
See-
situation.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to think this through. So
I'm trying to first figure out like
You're gonna have
the
to
ideal
leave.
hero and all that.
odd situation.
Somebody who
Because when I
doesn't have
first
a
thought
lot
of my
on their
hero,
tummy.
my first thought was like, I like my dad. And I'm like, I'd rather throw up on my dad, which I probably has when I was a kid, versus him throw up on me. So that was my thought process was that way.
Yeah.
But I guess you're going heroes and a
Yeah,
big
heroes.
celebrity
Celebrity,
or
yeah.
something like that, then might flip it around.
And maybe she's listening. She'll probably correct me if she is. But I do believe that my mom has a distinction of twice being at places like Disney World
Oh boy.
and having somebody vomit on her.
Oh.
Now, I remember the most recent one I remember was Disney World, and this was several years back. I think it ended up, Disney gave her like shirts and another outfit and things like that. She didn't take it all, but it was kind of like, yeah, just get me out of this.
I'm sure it's not the first.
The first vomit, but
Yeah.
she had the distinction of being in our family, probably voted the most likely to be vomited on, and that was post us kids growing up and all that type of stuff. She just has
What an honor.
that knack of sitting by sick people. She is a nurse, so maybe that's
Oh, yeah,
part
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So that's the idea behind this game. We add a little bit to it because I've created some questions right here. We've got 24 different hunting and shooting sports. Some will be repeats because we got new players in the studio, folks. Others will be brand new. Hopefully this doesn't get too bad. We've got a pair of dice here that kind of work. The spread one works really well if you're watching us on the YouTube there. This purple one has a tendency
Hey,
to
we
roll
got
to a certain side. It has, for the most part, been
Just have to,
one.
like, squeeze it around a little bit.
But there we go. It's
Well,
gonna
we
work.
fixed
It's gonna
it.
work. So you gotta roll both of them, at least for the time being. We're only gonna answer these questions once. And what'll really be challenging is the dice go all the way up to 12 if you add them together, which doesn't quite make it to 24. So we'll have some doubles in there if some spares.
Okay.
If I want to use a different question, or we've already rolled the same number, we'll just bump to the next one. All right. So this is from your perspective, and you got to defend it a little bit, and then the rest of us will tell you whether you're right or wrong. I think that's how we did it in the past.
No pressure.
But yeah, no pressure at all. We'll find out. And I got the list right here, so you guys can tell us. Stop. Don't be looking at that, Rachel.
Can you see that far?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, she can. Can I use that Access Atlas right
Oh,
there?
he wants to hide
Oh
the
my
question.
goodness.
Yeah, I
This
need
is
something
some
to
high
write on.
secrets things going on over
Right.
here.
It is.
realize.
It'll give me something to write on as well as hide the list. So we got to roll to see who goes first. All right, so you guys each take a roll with the red die and see where we're going to begin. Then we'll go clockwise.
High number or low number goes first.
To the high number.
Well,
1, 2, and Kyle, you're most likely going to go first.
I thought.
All right, there you go. You got both. We're going to go Kyle, Rachel, Julia. What's up? Bad roll.
Do I need to re-roll here real quick?
I don't think Vegas would allow you to roll, but we'll work it in here. That was number 6.
I'm not sure Vegas would allow you to have fuzzy
Number
dice
6. We're
either.
going to go backwards because that was...
Not at the actual table.
All right. Oh, here's a good one for... We're going to start easy for the Hunter Ed coordinator right here. Kyle Garcia.
Why do I not
Hunter Ed.
believe you here?
Yeah, is that number 6 really?
No, you flipped over the page. I can see
No,
it
I
from
did.
here.
I took 6 times 4 and got to 24.
Oh, dear.
Would you rather have to wear blaze orange all the time or camo all the time if safety was not a concern? Safety's not a concern. Would you rather wear blaze orange all the time or camo all the time? And we're not talking just hunting. We're talking...
Daily
every
wear.
day.
Yeah, it says all the
Oh,
time.
every day. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not really talking about safety. This is, you're really putting me in a pickle here because my answer right away, being the Hunter Ed coordinator, is blaze orange.
Wait, okay.
It is.
All right. Well, I remember...
And I could wear blaze orange all day. I mean, we were just talking about the other day that I might repaint my office to be blaze orange just to fit in if everybody wants a headache when they walk into my office.
That's awesome. You should.
Get everybody's attention. But I definitely think you can pull off the blaze orange.
I
It
can
might
maybe do
warm
the
that
blaze
office up too in the winter.
Well, and we're not the easiest place to get to, but if you had a lot of folks coming in that you didn't want to talk to, that would be the color to paint your office just to get them to leave. Especially if you could do it so the wall you're facing is kind of a nice neutral color, and then
Yeah, we
they
have
hit
an
that-
accent
that
wall that's actually a
super
calm
blaze-
color versus
blaze
the other way
orange.
around.
So you'd go with blaze orange. Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that one.
I
I
mean-
feel like I need to stay with that one. Plus, I was camo all the time. No one would ever see me. I would just always be hiding.
And you are skinny enough the way it is.
I'll just look like normal branches flapping.
But I
in
mean,
the
if you think
weed.
about it, Jim Carrey, I think in Dumb and Dumber wore a blaze orange suit, didn't he?
that,
I
that
think
sounds
so.
right. I think
so.
yes.
So it can be done.
Oh, funny.
All right. How'd he do? Was that what you would have chosen, Rachel?
Oh, no, it wouldn't have been what I chose. But,
No,
I
me
mean, I
neither.
think it works great for Kyle.
You both would
I
have
would
gone
have
camo?
went camo because camos you can do different colors of greens and camos.
Yeah, it doesn't say what color a camo
It could be a
is.
light green. It could be
Oh, that's
like
true.
it could be a winter camo. It could be
They might have you there. It could be blaze camo. Oh, boy.
it could be black camo.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Black.
Black.
Well, it doesn't say how much blaze orange either. I just have a blaze orange hat on. I can have the rest
We
whatever.
have to assume 100%.
Oh, what? We got to make that
I think if you
clarification.
can only wear that, it's pretty
Only
full
wear.
coverage.
All right.
Only.
I try to defend it.
All right. So that's a good one. All right. Hunter Ed coordinator wear blaze orange. Good answer. All right, Rachel.
Okay.
Your turn. Roll the dice.
All right, let's see if we can get a sufficient
Get something
roll
other
here.
than 6.
Five.
Five. Let's see what 5 says. All right. Oh, this is a tough one. We did have this one last year.
Oh, dear.
This is a tough one, though. Would you rather have breath that smells like doe estrus or body odor that smells like buck tarsal gland?
Oh.
Breath that
It's gotta
smells
be
like
the-
doe
it's-
estrus or body odor that smells like buck tarsal gland. Both can be used successfully at times out in the deer woods. Yeah. Some people probably applying some of that in the days to come, or literally for the rut. But
I think we're gonna have to go with the stinky breath.
Stinky breath.
Yep.
All right, stinky breath.
Because then you can at least back up away from people and cover your mouth.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
That was 100% my thoughts. You can cover your mouth.
your
But
mouth.
if you have body odor, you can't hide it.
I'm pretty sure there's no hiding it. Just like, does my breath stink? Well, yeah, it smells like doe estrus.
Which is just a weird thing to say.
But so you'd agree with her, Kyle?
Oh, yeah. Doe estrus, totally.
Yeah.
See, I think I'd rather go with the body odor because I can't imagine. I mean, what does toothpaste and doe estrus taste like?
I don't even
That's
know.
Well, that was my question.
That'd be bad. Brushing your teeth from morning, just like. We are not advising anybody gargle with doe estrus before they start brushing their teeth.
have some in the
but
back
if you
room.
do, let us know about it down in the comments below.
We have some in the back room.
We do. We got some fox urine back there too from we were doing the outdoor discovery program online.
Well, that's my next question. Is like, would you still have the doe estrus taste then all the time?
Well, yeah, your breath. It says your breath smells like doe estrus.
Because if you do, then I'll take BO over that any time. Because I don't want everything I ever eat for the rest of my life to be like doe estrus.
Oh, good point. Good point.
We'll see. Yeah, I guess
point.
it really doesn't say.
It's
but
really just a terrible choice.
yeah, sometimes life has two bad options to choose from. You choose the lesser. But
I was always told to
right.
look for a third option, so I'm going to look for the third option in that case.
I think that's disable your sense of smell after that one.
All right, we might have some participants in our youth minor archery program that I've always said they must burp like apple scent or something like that because the deer just seek them out. It doesn't matter. You can put them in a Walmart parking lot and they would have deer walking within bow range of them. They're just that good. All right, so we've got that. We got the colors down. We got the bad breath down. All right, Julia, wide open here.
Whoa!
Got to stay on the table.
Too wide.
Have
Too
you watch
wide.
The Price is Right. Stay on the. You got to roll it again. That was me and Kyle saving the dice from the floor.
Okay.
Oh, same thing.
Are you
It's a
kidding me?
legit 8.
8. Bring it on.
Oh, this is one. This is
Eight.
one we got to ask, Julia. We had this one last time, but with two new people, it'll be interesting to see what the answer is. Would you rather have squirrels the size of deer or deer the size of squirrels?
Oh, squirrels the size of deer.
Oh, man, that'd be scary, I think.
Yeah, but wouldn't they just be so damn cute?
Cute was not the first word I had in my head.
So you went with big squirrels. Squirrels the size of deer.
Yeah. I don't know if there's enough nuts out there to feed them all, but
With that kind of squirrel temperament and how rude they can be, you're going with that. Okay.
you can hear them coming a little quicker than you can in the deer
man.
woods.
You'll hear it come from a mile away with how loud it should be
Yeah.
exponentially louder, right?
Yeah.
So ironically enough, folks, on my drive here, after dropping off my wife at her job at headquarters,
You saw a giant
Nebraska
squirrel.
Parks, I came through a residential area. No, I saw a guy staring at a tree, and you can see he kind of was in that half sneak mode where his shoulders are kind of shrugged up.
goodness.
He's not squatting or anything, but he's and his eyes are kind of wide open, and he's looking to the side of the tree, moving back and forth. And I'm trying what? And then I drove my path up 40th Street. Took me on the other side of the tree, and there's a squirrel on the other side. The squirrel's kind of bobbing back and forth, and there was probably only like 3 foot away from
Each
those
other.
two.
Oh, gosh.
And probably the only thing from keeping that squirrel from kicking the guy's butt was size. Would be my guess.
really?
They'd probably measuring him up. I think I can take him. But if they were the size of deer, I think. Oh
yeah.
boy, it would have been something else.
Instant flying squirrel.
Making rodents bigger. All right. Kyle, Rachel, I see a nod.
I think the deer the size of squirrels would be adorable.
Just a little
They wouldn't
tenderloin.
have much meat on them, but they'd be cute.
They don't
Just
be
the
like
cutest little
jackalope.
tenderloin.
I guess that's the question. Are all deer going to be the size of squirrels? Or is it just one like species of deer?
It just
White
says
tail.
Species of squirrel.
we're
White
really
tail.
getting down in the weeds.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like,
So-
do we still have regular sized deer for me to go out and hunt? Because I don't have any more regular sized deer for me to go out and hunt, then I'm going to go with squirrels, obviously.
It is in the plural, so you could take that for all of them or just a bunch of them.
So I still think I'll go with the giant squirrels.
Giant squirrel.
Well, more meat on that one too.
Yep, more meat on that one, and I'm sure we'll develop hunting seasons and something to control them and scare them out of the residential area.
Can you
It'll be
imagine the car damage?
They'll just jump over the car. What are you talking about?
The tail,
Oh
no.
boy! How big a tree would they be able to just slice with those teeth made for getting into walnut shells and all that? I mean, wow! All right, so that was round one, folks. I think we're doing okay. Did we keep score last time? We probably did.
I don't know.
But it's a tie.
What,
How
I
do
mean,
you
what do you
score
keep
this?
score on?
Do you have
I think
majority
the other
votes?
two I think the other two usually get to vote on whether or not they agree with them. So,
So whoever,
but
yeah,
we're
whichever.
too late. We're too late. We're going on. I'll just assign points here. 8. Well, we already did that one.
Multiply.
16.
So
15.
15. That's 15. Oh.
No. Why did I say it?
You
Thanks
brought
a lot,
up
Rachel.
waterfowl hunting here recently.
I did.
So here's something that you might find out. This might be a true to life option. Would you rather hunt waterfowl with leaky waders or a flatulent pit blind buddy? I mean, both are not ideal. Again, it's kind of like. No, it's not like having to oysters.
No, I think it's over the other ones. Yeah.
Could be. You haven't sat with my son in a blind.
Well, I'm gonna ask how airy I can get this blind to be. There's a lot. I could go down the weeds of this one of details, but read it off one more time.
Would you rather hunt with waterfowl? Would you rather hunt waterfowl with leaky waders? That'd be you having the leaky waders, or a flatulent pit blind buddy. Too many eggs and sausage.
I'm gonna go with the pit blind. I think I'll go with the smell over being cold feet, especially if it gets a bad weather day and all that. If it's like
Wet.
All right,
teal
we're gonna
season
keep
or
score. That's
something,
pretty good.
okay, I'll take the early September. But yeah, this one is.
Rachel.
I'll go with the
Me too.
I
January.
think we agree with that one.
Yeah.
We,
I can't
okay,
deal
all
with
right,
wet
Kyle, we're
feet.
giving you a point right there. All
right.
right, we're gonna start keeping score on
Because
this
if your
property.
feet are wet, then they start getting stinky too. So then, like, you have wet and stink.
Well, and then you want to leave quicker, which if it smells bad. You eventually get used to the smell.
True. True. This
I
is true.
hope.
Yeah.
I hope it
Yeah.
doesn't get progressively worse
You
throughout
are-
the time.
And
But
Either they're
you're-
going to pass out or, run
until
out
you
of
get into the
gas.
vehicle or get home and your significant other said, "Man, Kyle, what you been doing?"
Hanging out with your
Well,
kid.
my buddy.
I was hunting with Hershey, and it just
Flatulent
was having
Frank.
issues.
Yeah.
Too many beans. Too many beans.
All right, I'll go with leaky wait. Or no, you'd go with the smell.
Smell.
Okay.
Well-
All right. When 90 degrees, I think right now I'd go with the leaky waders, but
Yeah, well, I said if it's
Yeah,
a nice
if
day,
it's-
like I said, if I get in the
10
weeds, I might
degrees, then
change. But
not so
overall, I had to
Makes
choose
them
one.
heavy
All
when
right,
you
Rachel.
navigate. Yeah, what's up?
here's your chance to get some points. I think I better give Kyle 2 because you guys both voted for him.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Did you already roll?
I did not.
No, you haven't. Okay.
That was interesting.
5. Have we done 5 yet? We've already done 5. That was the estrus one. So we'll go to this right here. No. We got
5 again.
we got it. She just keeps rolling. Let's see. Oh, here's another squirrel one. Would you rather fight an angry squirrel or a ticked off rooster pheasant?
Ooh.
I've never seen a ticked off rooster.
This was originally a ticked off raccoon, but I knew that nobody wants to face with a ticked off raccoon. I don't even with a happy raccoon. That might be worse. But would you rather fight an angry squirrel or a ticked off rooster pheasant? Which always brings to mind, what's the biggest animal you would be willing to fight? Wild animal. Julia, you deal with cattle all the time. But
It was like
rabbit, we're looking at a rabbit. We go
Two
all the way to quail.
ton. Yeah.
I don't know when you're approaching a turkey that's not all the way expired.
Oh,
man, those
man.
the reality of how strong those could possibly be comes up
Yes.
pretty quick.
Yeah, and that's what the rooster pheasants. I mean, that's and sometimes dead just reflex, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, those birds are just like
Kicking.
smaller turkeys, but they've got those little spikes can be
Yeah.
pretty pointy.
I feel like I'd rather fight the squirrel.
Rather fight the squirrel, and why?
I've handled squirrels. I've dealt with squirrels.
Have
I feel
you?
like I could figure that one out.
figure
They've
that
got a good, nice, loose skin that you can get a good purchase on. It's not like you're going to slide off feathers or anything
Did
like
you
that.
say purchase a good?
I did.
Man, that's a That's an impressive use of the word purchase.
All I can
Nicely
think of is
done.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation when the squirrel's coming out of the tree.
Back to
It's
another
just
movie
the one
reference. That's
squirrel.
2.
It's not multiple.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber and Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I think you could get a good hold of that thing and just fling it pretty well.
All right, you're going
yeah.
squirrel, angry squirrel. Julie, you're nodding your head in agreement.
I think I go with the squirrel too because I've been chased by too many rooster chickens. They're the
Oh,
devil. They are the
man.
devil.
Dinosaurs.
I gotta say, when
Yeah.
my aunt and uncle and my cousins had chickens, I couldn't wait to go get eggs until I tried to put my hand under that first hen, and I didn't. What they never show you in the movies, Kyle, is those hens are kind of protective,
Oh yeah. Peck yeah.
and it's just like it was like, whoa, wait a second. I thought they'd be happy to take that lump from underneath them, but no.
You haven't lived till a banty rooster has chased you. Let me tell you.
All right, Kyle, you're going for the sweep. You're doing angry squirrel or ticked off rooster pheasant?
I was going to go with the rooster pheasant the whole time, just because squirrels, I feel like, are just quicker. Like, it'd be hard, like, you said just grab it. I'm like, try to think of grabbing a squirrel running up your pant leg or your shirt or something.
Tail.
I've done that before.
Okay, so like I said,
you got
more
skills.
experience of having a shot where it didn't quite hit the pheasant just right, where it's still able to run around, can't fly. I can still track it down. I still get it, kick it and all that, but I've handled those before because I've handled them before. So that's why to me it's like, well, I've worked with them, so I'd rather do a pheasant.
I bet that's where it lays, to be honest with you, is what have you had experience with? It's kind of like
yeah.
for us to go up on an alligator call right now, it'd be probably a little more intimidating than it is for somebody in Florida, Louisiana, where it's pretty common.
Right.
So, all right. So we got one there for you, Rachel.
Okay.
All right, Julia, here's your turn. Here we go.
10.
Let's see what
The
10
first
was.
10.
Let's see. Oh, here's a married one. This will be a good one for you. I'm doing number 20. This is more fun. Would you rather be married to someone that could out-hunt you or out-shoot you?
Out-hunt me.
Out-hunt?
Oh, yeah.
Out-hunt. You want to be able to out-shoot, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And where does your significant other
I'm
fall?
curious on why her reasoning is.
Because I
a
can
little bit.
outshoot already. My personal opinion.
Because one's
No, just kidding.
one's an act, one's a skill, right? I mean, be able to
Yeah.
out-hunt.
Yeah. Because it only takes one shot, right? But if you're shooting, I mean, you're multiplying, do more. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds more fun.
Sounds more fun. All right, Kyle,
I got nothing.
you're not
though.
in agreeing?
Mine just leaning towards hunting more. I think that just comes purely down to pride. I think on.
Okay.
I've been hunting my whole life, and then all of a sudden, my wife doesn't hunt, which is also really nice when it comes to hunting seasons. Allows me to go hunt while she takes care of the kids, so it works out. It's a good agreement. But whereas she does well shooting, then I'm like, cool. I know, like most likely it's because either way I guess this trainer. But to me, it's like I've been hunting my whole life, and now she already has a trophy buck that's way bigger than mine. It's like it's a little bit of a hurt to the pride. Where if she picks up shooting. She has the right instructor. I expect her to shoot probably better than I do because I'm sure I have plenty of bad habits I still took forever to break, where hopefully she learns the correct way right away.
So
I have more pride in hunting than I guess I do in shooting personally, so I think that's why it would hurt my pride more in
You'd have
hunting.
to say, nice buck, through gritted teeth. Is that what you're saying? Good.
I'd be
good
very
job,
excited,
honey.
but then part of me would be like, well, when does my big buck come around?
All right. Rachel, being the only unmarried one here in the cabin today, this is going to be an interesting one. And being the shooting range, shooting sports coordinator might play into it as well. So,
Well, it's a theoretical exercise. I'm pretty competitive. So
oh boy. Yeah.
I think I'd like somebody that I could out hunt because that's a skill that I'm working on. And then if they could outshoot me, then I'd have motivation to practice.
There's good
Because it's not
reasoning.
necessarily like a static type.
That's
thing.
a point for
right.
Rachel.
More time at the range.
There you go. All right. We've got one agreeing and one dissenting. So, Rachel,
No, we both dissented.
We both said it. We both want
I
to be
thought you
better at
said-
hunting.
No,
I'd
they
rather-
said both hunting.
Oh, you said shoot. Oh, sorry, Julie. I got to take that point.
We weren't doing that on purpose, I swear.
All right. So after our first round of scoring, Kyle's up by 2, Rachel in the second one with 1, and Julia will score shortly. She's more of a second half team anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, here we go. We've only probably got time for maybe a couple more rounds. We go to 7. Oh, this is a good one. This is one repeat from last year. This is a good one. This is one you're going to have to think about. It's long, too. Would you rather be surrounded by dozens of does all the time? So we're deer hunting here. Would you rather be surrounded by dozens of does all the time, never a buck, or have to sit the entire season without seeing any deer, but having the chance to see the deer of a lifetime just that once?
Does.
Which would you rather do? Oh, they didn't even have to think about that.
Yeah.
You'd rather see a bunch of deer.
Yep.
This kind of speaks to, what experience you're looking for in the hunt.
Yep.
So, all right, you want to see a bunch of does.
Yep.
Does.
Julia, you're nodding your head
Does.
pretty.
Otherwise, because if I don't see anything after a certain amount of time, I'm gone. So I probably wouldn't even see the big buck anyways.
Oh, okay.
And I have little kids, so unfortunately it led to a limited time in the field.
That does
And
weigh
so
into it, doesn't it?
It's like I only go out a few times a year to go deer hunting. I like to get more, but then I also hear from the office staff that, as you know, my phone rings all the time, so I keep taking time off from work to go hunting. Someone has to answer, as Rachel's over there shaking her head, like I answer those phone calls. But no, it's just
It
be
is
able to
kinda
be
interesting.
knowing there's something there. Not that hunting is just about getting something, but
Right,
if I had the choice
right.
between not seeing, say, maybe one deer versus a bunch of deer.
It also boils down to why you're out there. What's going to give you that what's your ultimate goal? What's going to give you that satisfaction, that type of stuff. And none of us should judge what other people choose for those goals and success or satisfaction to be. But it is interesting what conversations we have with ourselves while we're sitting there thinking, I've been in the stand sometime and just like, I hope I see a deer. But the last thing I want to do is shoot a deer today because I got this going on. I got to run here. I'm not going to have time. And I've tried that a time or two, Rachel, and it's just like, boy, when I do get a deer and I don't have time to work a deer, skin it, debone it, all that type of stuff, and just like
That's when
it causes some strife.
You got to phone a friend sometimes.
It does.
That's what I've heard.
But it is one of those things that all of a sudden you do. You're sitting there and, okay, I'm ready to shoot a deer, and you got deer coming. Man, I hope it's just a monster. I just hope it's a monster. Then some come out and it's like, well, that's not a monster, but that's kind of nice. But I see, well, maybe I'll shoot that. And you start thinking, well, how much more hunts am I going to get in? How many more hours can I sit? What's going to happen if I take this deer and I get it? Then I've got free time to do this or that or the other thing. So it's amazing how that goes. My first archery deer rattled in 2 bucks, and I was about a mile back in. And that played into the equation. Which one looked like it had the smaller body that I was going to have to drag out the least, or would cause me the least amount
If it helps
sweat? But
any other to validate my response, the first deer permit I bought too was antlerless tags.
oh,
So I
there
know
you
those
go.
ones go a little bit quicker. But yeah,
Yeah,
I always
it
bought the
definitely
antlerless tags
Brought the
first.
receipts.
So you already got a yes vote from Julia. And where do you fall on this, Rachel?
Also the does.
Also does. And I think that's pretty common. We all dream about catching big fish, but we just like catching fish when we go out fishing. Same with hunting. We dream about the big bucks. We dream about the big, long bearded turkeys, whatever, but we just want to have that experience.
Hey, you
even other states are shown.
You gave Kyle those points. Shouldn't I get those points?
It was his question.
It was his question.
Oh, okay. Never
When
mind.
you guys agree with him, you give that person the
Okay,
point.
fine.
I didn't do a good job of exploring points because I just kind of made it up as I went. But yeah, you guys are going to want to, remember that you can't always vote with Kyle. Keep giving him points. All right. All right.
trying to
Here
be
we go,
honest.
Rachel.
We're
As
all
much
being
as we
honest
can.
here. Now
I know,
Hershey's
that's
putting
a-
gamemanship
yeah,
into it where we should.
They're all being
Go
very
win.
sportsmanship.
All honesty out the door right now.
5. We just did 5. So,
So it's dealer's choice. Apparently, I don't get a roll again.
well, you can roll again. Try getting like a 22.
3.
There it
All
is.
right, about another 19
Another couple
points
rolls.
to go.
We'll just add them all up.
Oh, here we go. We'll go 22. All right. What was 3? Wait a sec. What's 3? Oh, that's a duck one. I don't want to do that one. All right. This one's we're gonna find out a little bit more about you in your leisure time. There. Rachel, would you rather, and this is, you're gonna be successful, all right? So you already know you're gonna have
Okay.
success, all right? Would you rather sleep in before the hunt, not have to get up early, or get up early and take a nap after the hunt is over? Where do you want to take that snoozer? You want to 9?
I love mornings.
Okay.
I mean, I don't get up to see the sunrise all the time, but I do love a good sunrise.
Getting easier right now.
Yeah.
It really is.
So I would take a nap afterwards.
Take a nap afterwards. Oh, boy. All right. You two are kind of playing it close to the vest. We're going to find out whether you're morning people or like a midday snooze. Julia?
Ooh, I'm a midday snoozer.
Midday snoozer. All right. So you get up early. Well, you're up early anyway.
I am. But as I get older, it's getting harder and harder to get up in the morning. That 5 a.m. alarm, oh boy.
I've noticed that when it's not bright out, or not, I shouldn't say bright, but when it's not getting lighter outside, it's tougher to get up now than it used to be, depending on what I'm getting up for, but just overall. So, Kyle, where might you be? So we got 2 morning people already.
I didn't say I was a morning person.
Well,
She just gets
kind
up.
of
Same.
implied, or I
Don't
inferred
talk to me,
because
but I'll get out of
you
bed.
got up early to go hunt. Now you get a mid-afternoon nap or whenever, maybe mid-morning.
You didn't say what we were hunting, did you?
No,
I did
just
not.
guaranteed success, whatever it is.
Guaranteed success. It's
Oh, for
interesting.
guaranteed success,
Be
I'd
ducks,
say.
turkeys, squirrels.
If I guarantee that I actually get to take a nap, that's a big one because I have little kids and that doesn't happen.
No.
That's why I always take any chance to sleep in I possibly can was going through my head first.
Yeah, good
But
point.
if I had a choice, I can have either one. Like I guarantee them both.
Yeah, okay.
Then I like to get up early.
And
I grew up waking up and
for Rachel, right?
Doing
seeing
chores.
everything happen in the morning, listening to all the birds come alive and the wildlife come to life. It's
Isn't that
a great
neat?
time. Yep.
I do like that. I just love one question oftentimes hear people talk about to break the ice at different conferences and places is, would you rather watch sunrises or sunsets? And it kind of speaks to, are they more a morning person, more of an evening spot? And they're both beautiful in their own way. But at the same token, it's kind of like you got to get up early to see one. And I love sunrises. I love sunsets, but sunrises, it's a brand new day. What's going to happen? What's going to roll out? What is the potential? Good job. All right, so you guys all agree. You guys are all morning people. Where did I do that one? Oh, right there.
You get up.
All right, so you added some points to Rachel. Okay, Julia, then you need this. You need roll wisely. There's a 3.
Oh, there's a
5.
5 again.
Oh, there was a 7. Oh, we already did 7. There's an 8. We already did 8.
Oh,
12.
12.
Dice may have
We
had a
even
little
have
help.
12. Oh boy, here's another smell one. We must have really been into the smell last time because I think we had this one in the past. Would you rather hunt with someone that always smells bad or someone that always tells bad jokes nonstop?
Well, go from experience.
They did say something about one of your kids being in the blind with them.
Probably bad jokes.
Bad jokes,
Yeah,
okay.
bad jokes. Because you can
Bad
tune that out a lot easier than you can tune out a smell. Like the smell just lingers. And it could hurt your hunt. Although I've been in a blind when somebody continues to talk and ruins hunts too. So I don't. No names.
I maybe heard that story.
Yeah. Bad jokes.
Bad jokes.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
I'm going with bad jokes.
Going with bad jokes also.
I mean, I'm assuming it's not 24/7 nonstop him trying to tell jokes the entire time.
Well, it says nonstop. It says nonstop. Bad jokes nonstop.
Bad jokes nonstop.
Depends on how
Eventually,
energetic
I'll
they are.
learn their kind of humor and start laughing with them. I guess. I hope. We'll see.
Well, the nice thing is, if that's the case, they won't. When you start to laugh, they won't really know if it's with them or at them. So if they keep telling jokes, you're probably protected either way. So, but
I was going to say, depending on who it is. So I would also go with the bad jokes.
also, all right.
But that's why they make duct tape.
Well played. Well,
And
How about this?
sad.
Here's a duck call instead. Just keep working on that duck call.
Yeah. Here's a mouth tricky call.
I think though the bad jokes have been kind of stuff that has cringe in it. Kind of got popular for a while, and is still writing some of that. Just a little bit, but dad jokes and puns and all that.
Yeah,
Still having
yeah.
probably more appreciation than they did a few years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, we are done. We're down to the final round. Kyle's up with 4, Rachel with 3, Julia with 2. Now these next ones for the speed round, all votes are worth 2 points, just to catch up. That way, it can be anybody's game, at least a tie. Well, if they don't get any points at all, you get them both. you would win.
Oh.
So it's anybody's game. All right. So Rachel.
So
No.
yeah, it's
I feel like
personal
we should-
preference,
I
but there
feel
are
like
correct
we should
answers.
Yeah, so I feel like at a certain
We should
point we
do
should be
this
writing
backwards.
this down real quick and then
We
show
should
your
do this-
answer. So there's no.
We should do this backwards now. We'll
True.
start with Julia since she's in third place right now. You're top 3. That's good news. We're going to do this backwards. All right.
Yeah, we should just do like a.
10. Oh, 10 might be a good one.
I did it then already.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's
That was
number 10.
That was the end of it.
Number
yeah.
10. Right here. 10. Would you rather have to wear Crocs to your deer stand or your hunting boots to a formal occasion? That could be church. That could be a wedding. That could be...
Totally Crocs to the deer stand.
Totally?
Totally. Oh, yeah.
I've done it.
I'm
Had
a
to.
fan of Crocs.
And see, that's kind of my go-to shoe when I'm, especially archery hunting, where I wear, some clothes and then I do a quick swap, especially with my footwear and my outer layer, so I don't stink. Then I get back into the truck and I put on the Crocs.
Yeah. I mean, you could layer up the socks underneath. You didn't say no socks.
No,
so.
you might have to cross a creek. I didn't. You may or may not.
True.
See.
And then you can just take your socks off and it'll eventually dry. And
After your feet are frozen.
After 0-degree temperature.
yeah. But I'm thinking like right now when it's like 90 billion
Oh, yeah,
degrees
that's
out,
a different
I'll hunt
story.
in sandals
You're
right
gonna be
now. I
sweating.
don't care.
You're gonna be sweating. That's true. It didn't say when or where.
Yeah.
All right. So Julia's wearing Crocs to her tree stand. Rachel.
I think I'm wearing boots to the formal occasion.
Boots to the formal occasion. Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think the Crocs are not very sneaky out to the deer stand.
You'd have to put them in, what do they call that? Off terrain or all terrain mode or whatever. Where you flip the back.
Four-wheel drive.
Four-wheel drive.
Sport mode.
Mine would be the boots as well, but I wear black hunting boots that I used to
Julie, I
have
swear
to
I'm
keep.
not doing this on
I know this was like I had this
Stop
decision
being
right away.
honest.
Now I want to know who has worn their hunting boots to a formal occasion before. I was going to say.
Well, my hunting boots are
No,
my
no, job.
chore
Well-
boots, so
Oh, that's true.
That does
Yeah.
influence it, yeah.
Yeah.
My hunting boots were similar to what I used to wear when I was on patrol. I'm not wearing
You're
them
wearing
anymore.
tennis shoes now, folks.
Yes, but same kind of style that I wore when I was patrolling, which are just all black leather boots that you can polish up and shine. So they can
there
look
you go.
nice and
So,
don't realize it.
I will say, I think we were setting up for the Carney Expo one time, or going out there to do something, and I got halfway to work and realized I was still wearing my Crocs. So, well, then I had to swing into a local department store and find a pair of boots that I could wear. So, because I knew where I was going, I didn't want to be wearing Crocs.
Nope.
All right. We got to roll. We're already a little long on this one. Appreciate you guys staying with us. You're learning a lot about us here, and you can be playing along. Maybe put your answers down below. Rachel, your turn. Your
right.
turn. Right now, you guys have pretty well eliminated Julia, so keep in mind she's not.
3 again.
Three. We had 3.
Yeah, it was the ducks.
Oh,
one
here
you
we
said.
go.
such a loser.
Would you rather, for the rest of your life, shoot your limit of ducks every time, but only the same species of ducks? Or shoot a couple ducks every time you go, but of any species? Because we figure out, Julia, when we sat around shooting the breeze, we came up with 16 different species. And I'm sure we didn't get them
I'm
all.
looking here.
There, we got a
16
book.
different
Ducks at a
species of
glance.
ducks that migrate or could occur here in the state of Nebraska. So there's a lot of variety, and that's part of the fun of duck hunting. But Rachel, would you rather, for the rest of your life, anytime you went duck hunting, shoot your limit every time, but only the same species? Or would you rather every time you go shoot a couple of ducks, but every time they could be of different species?
I mean, if there are a couple of ducks, I think I'd go with the variety of species.
Variety of species. Oh, are you counting? What are you up to?
There has 12 on there, but I
12 on
actually
there.
looked to see. Obviously, you're missing a couple that we do have that visit the state every once in a while.
I like seeing different wildlife out there. I mean,
Species. All right, variety.
Yeah.
Like to spice it up. All right. Let me circle that one here. Kyle.
If I get to shoot a couple times, but get to see more different species, I'm going with that option. So I'm agreeing with Rachel there.
I'm disagreeing.
You're disagreeing.
Disagreeing.
she wants all the ducks.
Limit of just
right.
one type every time.
Well, there are so many, and I'm not a very good birder, and so
Oh.
that then I know I confidently have the correct bird each time, and I'm not accidentally shooting one that is out of season. And
Listen to that
Oh,
logic.
that's
That's pretty
smart.
good.
I like that.
Well, being a
It tastes
game
the
warden
same
than me,
too, right?
there's not very many ducks. You can actually shoot 6 every time.
No, it doesn't say 6. It just shoot your limit.
Oh,
so it
limit.
could be
Okay,
3
all
wood
right.
ducks. You could shoot 3
Yeah.
wood ducks every time, or 5 mallards, no more than 2 hens. Mm-hmm. Yep. Or is it 1 hen? 2 hens, I think.
2 hens.
So, all right. Julia has spoken. That's some pretty good logic there.
Or she could just be tier
means
2 and get 3 ducks every time, no matter what.
with one more roll and one more participant, Kyle, Rachel is now taking the lead by 1.
oh, he did it too. It's his fault.
See, I don't like that one. That one was made for someone that's not here anymore. So,
Pick one with some controversy.
yeah, I'm trying to find. Oh, here's a good one. Would you rather have a great hunting dog? Because, folks, Kyle is a bird hunter. Would you rather have a great hunting dog that only finds hens, or have a wild dog that constantly busts roosters just a little bit too far out of range? Doesn't say always, but it says constantly busts roosters too far out of range. When are you going to go? Wild dog, roosters, great dog, hens.
Great dog with hens, because it might not find the rooster that's next to the hen. That makes sense. So it's pointing at the hen, but over there about 10 yards to the right could be the rooster that we bump. Where if you're bumping everything way out in advance, there's never a chance.
So you're.
I think there's still a chance with the
You're
hens.
hoping that the dog finds all the hens and in the mix
Doesn't-
you bump into the.
To
the roosters or
Yeah,
something
that's
like
that's my thought
right.
process through there.
Okay.
Gives me a chance to actually
Chance.
get a
Saying
bird.
there's a chance. That's another Dumb and Dumber quote. There we go. All right, got 2.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go constantly on the roosters.
Oh, there you
because
go. Yeah.
It's not always. You said not always.
Not always.
And then that just has the ability to improve my shot, right?
Oh,
So then I
well.
just have to improve my shot. Or did you say it's out of
Well,
I
sight?
thought
it
it's
says-
always
it says-
out of range.
Always out of range.
It says too
Bumping
far
rooster.
out. So I guess how you interpret that.
Yeah.
I guess I'm loading up on some very heavy shots and putting on a full choke.
Yeah. That's my plan.
But maybe too far out is depending on what you have. That's
Yeah.
too far
It's
out.
always just
far
too
out.
Always
far
too
out of
far
range.
out.
It's
So
kinda
there's-
like-
I'll never get a rooster because
Kind of like the
I'll never have
tomorrow
a
never
chance.
comes.
They're all bumped out.
All right, here we go, Rachel. So we already know your decision.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to lay this out for the listener. Your decision either means Kyle wins or you win. So we're going to go.
Wow.
I know. Because Julia's already said, not getting any points from me.
Kyle already got all the donuts. Remember that.
Here, do you want a donut?
You can't have one. What's that? Oh, there's your decision right there. He just offered you a donut you can't eat. Loser.
A couple of them. I'm going to enjoy a donut while you're thinking about this.
Okay, so I'm trying to reconsider my initial answer here. See if I can come up with
Just
a
trying to
logic.
figure out how to defend her answer now that she was changing in her mind. I see how
Because
that
the
works.
gamer in me really doesn't want to do that, but my initial,
She did say she was a competitor.
She was very
I did.
competitive. And it's fine.
already.
Just think, a dog that's well trained won't be jumping on everything, won't be going crazy and making a mess of the house.
Oh, that would be Rachel.
Well-trained dog. You got to have a well-trained dog. I think we're going to go with the hens.
Gonna go with the
I'm
hen.
just
There we
being
go.
honest, yeah.
I
boy.
know some of
That was-
her personality
that
traits.
hurt right there, but you
Yeah.
know.
There we go.
One, he beats you by, in scored. Julia got 2.
Yay!
Got 3rd place. You got bronze. Rachel 5 in 2nd place, and Kyle with 6. Is
All right.
the hunting would you rather winner for Hunt Nebraska here. Woohoo! Well, hopefully that gives us some more insight on each other, and I think it did just a little bit. And folks, hopefully you got a little more insight to us as well. But always, if you disagree with what we say, make a comment down below, or if you agree for a different reason, you can do that as well. But make sure you give us a big thumbs up, subscribe so you know when each and every one of these Hunt Nebraska hits the airwaves. But until next time, we'll see you outdoors. Hunt Nebraska, brought to you by your Nebraska Game and Parks Commission.